What's up? It's us. I'm not gonna well, I guess I am gonna go first. Okay. I always do things and I'm like, "Oh, I forgot to tell Amy, Jen, and Amber, like, maybe they're going first tonight." I'm not always trying to go first. It just so happens that, I'm kind of running some of the stuff behind here, and so I was just trying to transition it, so I'm also feeling a little self-conscious, but I'm not gonna do that tonight today. Um, I'm DC, I'm an MLM dropout. I have lots of feelings about Beachbody, even though I've never been a Beachbody coach. I just left Young Living Essential Oils, in April of this year. There's our buddy, there's Cheryl. Um Right on time. We just started the stream and, I cry a lot. I'm not gonna cry on this stream. I'm just warning y'all, technical difficulties and tears are not a great combination, but it just so happens that a lot here. We're gonna be, looking at Autumn Calabrese. You know her and maybe we don't love her, but, it's gonna be a whole moment. I'm gonna pass the microphone so y'all can, get to know the incredible co-hosts and why I love them so much in a non-culty way, but, I'm, gonna go ahead and pass it over to Amy.
Sweet. So my name's Amy Ewer. I was a Diamond Beachbody coach, but have actually been in quite a few MLMs that I didn't realize that I was in, but I was. And Beachbody by far has been the most impactful on me. And that is why I think it's so, so important to talk about this. And I am going to agree with Avery Joe. Sometimes you got to cry, and that's okay. I'm a sympathy crier, though, so I would cry with you. So
Love that. Thank you for the support.
Yep. All right, Amber.
Hey y'all, I'm Amber Nye. I too was a Diamond Beachbody coach. I was a Beachbody coach for 5 years. I put all my effort and time and money into building my business, doing what my ups for, until I was not able to sustain that success for longer than I could. Now it's my mission to tell everybody my story so others can spot the red flags that I just blatantly ignored because I was in denial about how negatively Beachbody was actually affecting me. And so now I'm here with all the other ladies so we can get the word out and help people in keeping them from joining this MLM or any other MLM for that fact, because they're all the same, right? Pretty much.
Agree.
I'll pass it to Jen.
Hello. So my name's Jen. I am a former Beachbody coach turned certified personal trainer. I'm going to direct you to Cheryl's podcast episode from yesterday to learn more about my story, because I shared a lot on there that I haven't talked and I didn't even go into all of it. Fun fact, I have also done Pampered Chef.
Ooh.
Direct Sellers, which is now a defunct MLM, and the MLM that is not an LMM, Melaleuca,
Mm.
and one also called Viseo, which a lot of top Beachbody coaches left for. That starter pack is absolutely insane and costs like $1,000. So it's not just Beachbody I've been in. I've tried other ones to make it. And I think the last one was Viseo. And my husband sat down. He's like, "You're not going to make any money. Stop doing this bullshit." And I said, "Okay, I'm done. I'm done." And this is as I was starting to go towards my personal training certification. So
Love it.
go listen to Cheryl's episode. I actually listened to myself. I never do that. I listened to it last night. I was like, "Oh, I forgot I said that."
Yes, we also love the production quality of Cheryl's podcast. Y'all know how petty I am, so I'm just thank you for not making my ears bleed, Cheryl. I know that wasn't your intent, but you're incredible, and I loved listening to Jen's story too. So sorry.
And now it's Cheryl's turn.
Now it's Cheryl's turn.
Hi, I am Cheryl Spears, and I am the host of the Call Cheryl Hun You're in a Cult podcast. And anybody is welcome to come on. That's pretty much why I left the Calendly link in my bio, because I want everybody's story to be shared. And I want to make it known that if you want to be anonymous, I can make you anonymous. We can use a different name. We can be a super spy if you want to. I love being able to learn everybody's stories and just having a conversation. Like we were just two friends just hanging out. And quite honestly, I am very impressed that DC loves my sound quality, because that is the number one thing that I was really worried about. And I'm not going to even front. I literally just use the Anchor app and Zoom. The end. Like, pretty much don't have time to do a whole lot of editing. I do listen back to the podcast and think, oh, maybe I should go in there and like edit that out. But you know what? You get what you get. So that's how it is. But yes, I am here to share everybody's stories, because I think everybody's stories are important. And you don't just have to have been in Beachbody in order for me to share your story, because Amy was on last night. Hers will launch in a couple weeks, and I learned something really new about Amy, and it was quite interesting. So,
Ooh.
yes, Anchor is very easy to use. So if you all, everybody should get a podcast, right? Like I think everybody should.
Okay.
And that's my story. So that's the end. Everybody knows me. You're all welcome. There's a link in my bio for you to schedule to be on the podcast. Miss Amber, I'm looking at you because I haven't seen your name yet. And that is the end of me. So let's get it started.
Love it. Today we're looking at Autumn Calabrese. Can someone give us the spark notes of what the flippity flop happened on Sunday?
Okay, so she went back to hang out with Christina and the Miami crew again last weekend, because Christina was having her diamond retreat in Orlando. And so they all went to the wine and food festival at Epcot. But she came back from that talking a lot of smack about people basically, or Beachbody coaches, I should say, giving up because they're not seeing success in 2 or 3 weeks. And went on this whole rant about how if you're going to be an entrepreneur, then you have to make sacrifices. And it's a lot of garbage. And it sounds like a lot of the stuff that I imagine Christina was telling to her team. So she just came back pretty much fired up about getting people fired up about being Beachbody coaches. It's a lot for, I think it's like 12 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's about 12 to 14. Yeah.
But there's a lot in there that I have a lot to say about, but I think that Yeah, that's the Spark Notes
Le-
version. There's, yeah,
And
sure.
let's not forget about the fact of the matter that she said walking into Epcot at a wine and food festival that she was only going to be drinking water, but she was caught by another coach that was with them on their stories with
Doing
a
shots.
of a very dark liquid. That's all we're going to say. And I really do want to say something real quick. I'm sorry. I'm sidetracked, right?
Love it.
Emma Olsen also has a podcast. It's called The Real Motherhood, or correct
Emma,
me.
put it in the comments.
In Real Motherhood.
There we go.
Yeah.
And,
Emma, let me make you a moderator real quick. If you hop in my chat, then you can link it so we can go straight to it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, keep going.
I just wanted to make sure I brought that up because I listen to her as well sometimes, even
Okay.
though I don't have, I'm still a mom, but my kids are old. So, but I still do. So just that note. Okay, I'm done.
Awesome.
So a little more cliff notes. So she not only went on a rant about entrepreneurship, then she went on a rant about gut protocol and not following it right way.
Oh, surprise,
right.
surprise. We're not surprised.
Yeah,
So
while
why-
she's at
PDF.
not drinking only while she's at Epcot, not drinking, only drinking water. Yet she's tagged in a post that Christina, her bestie, shared. But
Yeah.
Autumn didn't share that post in her stories. And you can understand why she didn't. And it's funny because her besties are just outing her all the time, like exposing her lies blatantly. It's just so funny to
And
me.
it's not just this time, like it's amazing to me the things that they will post and then tag
All the
me,
time.
Yep.
considering the things that she says like publicly.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
like they're not your friends. I don't think they're your friends, lady.
Yeah. I think they're too enthralled with her popularity that they don't
Well,
understand.
and she was talking about that. She's like, she's talking about how, oh, I love my other friends and who are Beachbody coaches, but you don't have to be a top Beachbody coach to be successful. Yet all of her friends are top Beachbody coaches. So should we
Yep.
just get into it, because y'all are gonna love this hypocrite today.
Mm.
Haven't seen it already.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, and Emma has linked her podcast in my live chat. Please. It's called In Real Motherhood, and if you come over to my chat to click on it, it'll be easy. And I'm going to link her podcast in the description after we're done streaming, and if I can get to it while we're still streaming, I will try to do that. So, okay, add to stream, buckle. Okay, we need to make sure y'all can hear this because y'all know how I am with my audio. So let me just play it for 5 seconds and then see.
Good morning,
Can y'all hear?
Good morning.
Okay.
No, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, you guys. It's exactly 12 p.m. here in Los Angeles. I actually just got home a few minutes ago from my trip.
What?
Had a great, 36 hours maybe that I was in Florida
Sorry.
for a coach event. I went to a coach retreat. I always love getting to do those things, you guys. It's so much fun for me. It's a good learning experience for me every time I get to interact with our coaches. But first,
Really?
No, she
Oh.
only will do it for her friends.
Yeah,
It's
because
not like any coach, not just every coach.
Only her top coach friends.
It's her top coach friend.
Remember.
yeah, because didn't you have a not great experience with her when you won a trip, Amy, and she was ice cold and very like, why do I have to interact with these poor, Beachbody coaches
These peasants.
peasants? Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Absolutely. And so it's like, don't say how much you love doing them. You like going and hanging out with your friends. And if that means that you have to go to a retreat to do that or host a 4-week gut protocol contest that they're all going to win.
Yeah,
Like,
to come hang out at your
that-
house.
Yeah, which I mean, if Beachbody was going to be fair about the 4-week gut protocol contest thing, the retreat she's having, everyone who was there last time would be automatically excluded from being able to.
And also, how about
win.
how about they include lower ranks? Like, why do you have to be a 1-star? Is it 1-star diamond to qualify to be able to be in that contest?
I think
There is a diamond and under. There is a diamond and under.
There's a diamond and an under.
It's like a pity win, and I say that as kindly as I can.
It would be a pity win. Yes.
And it's going to be a diamond. It's going to be a diamond that wins because the lower level coaches do not have the network needed to compete with these women who have hundreds of thousands of followers. They can't do it.
Yeah.
And so it's there is no chance unless you're already really successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agree, Jenny. Agree. Oh boy. Ugh.
One, there is a filter on this bitch because she be tired. I have not slept in like 2 weeks. I am not practicing what I have been preaching, y'all. But as of tonight, I will be. I need like rest. I need all the rest. I did not eat bad though this weekend. I did not drink. I did.
Liar!
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 Lies.
Immediately. Let's see. We're 51 seconds in. 51
Lies.
and we're lying already.
Liar.
Here's the thing. Just be honest and say, do you know what? I went with my friends to Epcot and I had a great time. I had a great time. But she has to say, I didn't do anything bad though. Or when they show them walking in, she'll like mouth, oh, just water or whatever. She has to say, she has to feel superior in some way.
Because alcohol is not allowed on 4 Week Gut Protocol. I think she said it in her stories today. She was talking about alcohol's not allowed on 4 Week Gut Protocol. So
Love it.
dogs barking. All right, Elvis, quiet.
She said quiet. Did you hear the look?
Love it. Okay. Autumn?
Eat all the healthy things, my veggies, my fruit, drank my water, and I had the best time.
Did you?
But anyways, so I was at a coach retreat, and anytime I get to interact with our coaches, especially
Pause. You can tell that she is drunk on the Don't Call Me Hun did a reel that she posted in a 4 Week Gut Protocol bod group.
Yeah.
She's dropping everything. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, you all. I'm just really tired. No, you are drunk. Just say it.
Or hungover. AF.
Or hungover. But it was the same day. It was right after they got back from Epcot. Like, she is drunk. You went to a food and wine festival.
Yeah, literally, they have a drink around the world deal that you can do.
Right.
And
You go to
they have delicious things. And every single food cart has a pairing of wine or alcohol to go with it.
Yes.
Yep.
Give me a break. And like, what's the big deal? Just freaking enjoy your food. But again, it doesn't match your sales pitch. So you're going to lie to us. We're not idiots.
Yep.
Give me a break. Autumn.
ones that I don't know or are not necessarily our top leaders, which by the way, I love our top leaders, but like our top leaders have been in it. They're doing the thing, right? Like they fully get the business and understand the business. That does not mean they are perfect in any way, shape, or form. Nobody is. But I love when I get to interact with new coaches and sort of hear from them.
No. They are not new coaches. That was a diamond retreat. They are not new coaches. So for her to say that she's interacting with, like, she's trying to be like, ooh, I interact with the little people. No, you don't.
And it was literally like all of the diamond coaches that made Christina, what is she, 12-star? And there was like 15 women there, including Christina's sister Becky, who Christina's under. So all those people there are also helping Becky make her money. So
interesting.
They're not new, and I think you get this kind of false idea that you're going to come in and you're going to get time with the super trainers, or you're going to get time with these higher up coaches because they spout stuff like this. And then you realize, oh, wait, I'm still not in the cool girl club. Like,
listen,
they use their proximity to the super trainers to their advantage to continue to reel people in and recruit them into their download.
And it's crazy.
She doesn't remember them.
So when you, and correct me if I'm wrong, like this is the crazy part. And this is what really irritates me because I used to do the same thing. When you're a Beachbody coach, you look up to these top coaches and these super trainers like they are celebrities. Like they are the people that like will make or break everything, right? You will do anything for them. So never.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, I remember when I was an Emerald coach and my upline had Lindsay Matway come and talk to our team for a team call. And Lindsay Matway like answered one of my questions. And I was like, oh my gosh, like she actually answered my question. Like, and she's relating to my story and what I'm going through. Like it's
I'm gonna have to dig back in
all
pictures.
part of the plan. Yeah.
I know I have a picture somewhere with Megan Ewaldson. I have a picture somewhere with Tanya. I have a picture somewhere with Danielle. Like I've got some pretty good ones with me and different, but they all act pissed that you would even approach them. And it's like, hey, you know, and for me, like with Tanya, I was certified in size and she was the format expert. So I was like, hey, thank you so much for your choreography. Like the classes are so much fun. And she's like, yeah. All right, I'm gonna drop that, sir.
Wow. Wow. I think they lie so much to answer Emma's question because their lifestyle and their sales pitch isn't sustainable. So they all of a sudden have to do anything to maintain rank or to get that new person, that new promoter, that new coach to sign up under them. And you know, it's partly Beachbody's fault, and it's also partly the individual's fault for choosing to lie to play into the facade they've created. So, yeah, we all want Taco Bell. Oh my gosh. Okay. Autumn?
Catch different perspectives, because then it opens me up to teach and talk more about a couple of things. You guys are saying happy birthday and asking, yes, about, so my birthday was on Friday, and Christina, who is one of the coaches I just went to go see.
She never mentions their last name.
Y'all, we did decide yesterday. We're like, we are done. This birthday, 42, needs to be put to rest. We are done. We are done celebrating. It has been 2 weeks. I'm exhausted. You can't do it like I used to when I was 20-something years old. I'm usually like,
but I thought you didn't drink, Autumn. I thought you didn't drink.
Yep.
Month. I'm like, nope, 2 weeks. We're good. I'm done. Okay. Anyways, thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you guys for joining me for the birthday workout. It was an hour long. It was amazing. And I was definitely sore afterwards. But what I came on and I wanted to talk to you guys about, even though it's Sunday and I know it's Sunday fun day and people don't always want to talk
gonna yell
about
at you.
Work. This isn't necessarily all about work, but there's 2 things I want to talk about. Business in general, and I'll keep that short, and gut protocol, but you're going to want to hear this. Okay, so first of all, when it comes to business, like you guys, it doesn't matter what business you're running. If you're an entrepreneur, which I am, I consider myself an entrepreneur. I have been for the last 18 years of my life because I ran my own personal training business.
How long has she been with Beachbody? Since 2008? No, 2012?
2012.
Yeah,
Okay.
2012.
So 10 years.
Came out in 2013. Yeah, so yeah, 10 years.
You've been an employee for 10 years.
Exactly. Is she another volunteer sales force? Like she's contracted, probably.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being an employee, but that doesn't mean that you're. I wouldn't say that. I would not describe it like that, Autumn. But that's not a surprise that you're reframing.
Well, and
what you do.
She was at one point, right? Like she did run her own personal training business. She did a lot.
She didn't run her own personal training business. She worked for a gym.
She said she did both. I don't know.
They don't let you do that.
I was gonna say she did train Tom Bergeron because I got that clip.
Oh. Okay.
And she did an episode. Didn't she do a season of the one Khloe Kardashian show, Revenge Body?
Revenge Body, yep.
She did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to find that clip.
Emma, I'm gonna add Hamburger Helper to my grocery list this week.
Yes, I love Hamburger Helper too. That's my favorite. Try the Velveeta skillets.
Ooh, I haven't tried those.
Do the Velveeta skillets in place of the Hamburger Helper. You will thank me later. I promise.
The chicken Alfredo Velveeta skillet, so good.
Beachbody, SNARK, and Hamburger Helper.
Yes, and I'm about to order Taco Bell thanks to
I'm
whoever.
currently shredding my chicken for my chicken noodle. So
I have enchiladas in the freezer that I'm gonna make
Oh
tonight.
my god, that sounds incredible. Oh man, I'm so hungry.
Before I was ever with Beachbody, keep in mind, like, I see a lot of new coaches come in and get discouraged really quickly. Like,
Really?
they're doing the business for a
You don't
week
even
or
know
2
them.
weeks or
How do
3
you
weeks.
know?
And if it's not taking off, if it's not
Hey,
like
Jess.
everything that they watch and
quick
see
pause.
from top coaches,
Did you catch how she said Beachbody coaches get discouraged after 2 to 3 weeks?
Yep.
Did you notice that? Let's see, how many years were we in? 5, Cheryl, 8, Amy,
I was
what?
like 2.5, I think.
Yeah. Jen, what, another 5 like me? Yeah. 2 to 3 weeks my ass, Autumn.
Yeah,
Right?
she has no idea. She's so out of touch with an actual base of what coaches do. She has no idea.
Well, she's out of touch with what actual coaches have to go through to actually be successful. I mean,
With the number of coaches that I recruited, 2 to 3 weeks, they're still working on their own program and they're still like building stuff. So for her to say that, no, that's
right.
not true.
So maybe she's saying they're getting frustrated 2 to 3 weeks in following her nutrition plan and workout programs because they suck.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting frustrated with.
You corrected it.
Let me fix that for you, Autumn. I'm going to fix some other stuff later, too.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys see what Lauren posted? You guys left right at the tipping point. They hold that out there. Like, don't quit. You're right there. You're right there. Like, you're so close, and they hold that over you, and it gets you to stay in that much longer. And nobody is at the tipping point.
And that's why let's address the whole entire the elephant in the room of like the person who decided to leave a bad review on my podcast. Not that I'm feisty about it.
I'm feisty about it. So freaking
Hey, Lori Stewart.
But let me tell you something. They said, oh, well, you joined not 1, not 2, not 3 times. Yes, I joined 3 times because I bounced around between coaches just because I was trying to figure out if somebody had the magic sauce that could help me be successful. So the last coach that I joined was a top coach. None of the rest of the coaches that I joined were top coaches. They were just your regular person, that I went to school with or worked with. So I was like, oh, let me try a top coach and see if she knows anything different. No, she knows different. She does.
So, Emma, the only time we see a new person enter the top 10 is if they go viral. A la Ashley Molstad and Haley Peters. So I just pulled up the income disclosure, the statement of earnings for 2021. The average tenure of just a coach is 4.12 years.
Wow. So Autumn is just talking out of her butt as respectfully and nicely as I can say that. Hi.
Star Diamond is 7.36.
Yeah, so she's not even talking facts to us at this point.
Of course not. She never does.
And that's a frustrating thing to have when their position is so like, oh, those anti-MLMers have no idea what they're talking about when they choose to have conversations that aren't based on actual numbers at all.
Yeah, so the coach rank is 75.5% of all coaches.
So I pulled a thing together, and out of the last 10 years that they've been running the top 10, there are 42 people. So that tells you there were 100 slots there, but only 42 people actually made it.
Wow.
So repeat it over and over.
Wow. That's eye-opening. That's very eye-opening.
They're like, oh my God, this doesn't work. I'm not doing it, and then they go on to bash Beachbody because apparently.
What up? Nice to see you, Autumn.
But I just want you guys to have a different perspective. I want you to just think about it looking through, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter what you're going to do as an entrepreneur. You got to look through it in a different lens. If you were going to open a restaurant or if you were going to open a clothing store, I would
different
hope
business
that you would not
model.
Open the door on day one.
100% a different business model and a different category.
Yep.
You cannot equate owning a restaurant and running a restaurant to being a coach.
Yep.
To being a trainer, to being a health and fitness professional. It is completely different.
Okay, what did I miss? Because my dog hopped the fence, so I had to go chase him.
Which dog? His legs are not that long.
Priscilla, she's my runner.
Wow.
It's like Potato cannot. He cannot jump anything.
No, he can't, but she figures out ways. She's like an Olympic hurdler. She can just, or pole vaulter. She just, whoop.
Well,
Stacy, her restaurant opened, but it didn't last long.
Whose restaurant?
Autumn and her brother opened a restaurant in Calabasas, but it was only open for like 2 hours a day.
What?
What did they cook? I mean, they don't eat.
Water?
They don't eat anything.
Water and ice?
It was, I don't know. I think it was Calabrese Cafe or something like that.
No.
If anybody remembers, I think it was Calabrese Cafe.
Wow. Wow. Amber, here's what you missed. Autumn continues to lie, and she thinks that being a Beachbody coach is the same as opening a restaurant or clothing store.
Oh yeah. I remember that part.
Yeah. It's great. We're stoked.
It's great.
Her restaurant lasted less than a year. I just saw someone posted on Twitter. They were like, well, that was fast. Calabrese Cafe is closed after debuting late last year at the Summit at Calabasas.
Wow.
So it didn't even last a year.
Oh, she even lives.
I think
I think the Kardashians and stuff didn't help her like push that restaurant or anything.
Nope.
Doesn't she live in Calabasas where the Kardashians live?
Yep. Very interesting.
Ramsey or a celebrity or something, when you open that door on day one, you're hoping you get 1 or 2 people through your door. Okay.
Not if
That's
your
why they
marketing
tell
team
you
did their
if you're
job
one in
right.
business, don't expect to make money. In fact, you better have money saved up because you're probably going to lose money in the first year because you've got to pay employees and train employees and all these things. And you've got to make a name for yourself. You got to advertise and got to market.
Wait a second.
Jen's about to lose her mind.
This rip is trying. You are a 1099 contracted employee. You are not a business owner. Carl Deichler is a CEO. Stop it.
I'm a business owner.
Heck yeah.
And coming into this, and I'm like, I'm starting my own business. Beachbody was not a business. I need to know my profit and loss statement. I need to make sure I have that. I came in knowing, and I'm running it online, so I don't have any overhead. I don't have any employees. I don't have to pay rent. I had to buy equipment for my gym and stuff. But I also connected with mentors that were doing what I wanted to do in 10 years.
Yeah.
And I knew the first 5 years are going to be hard, and I planned. Like this year, I planned to spend all of my profits on continuing education. Like, so I'm be honest, I haven't paid myself this year. And I'm lucky enough I'm in a position where I can do that, but I'm taking, money and it's invested back into the business.
Right.
But again, it's me. I'm not running a restaurant where I have to keep inventory on hand. I have to place food orders. I have alcohol. I have to hire cooks. I have to hire hosts. You don't hire anybody. These Beachbody coaches that hire assistants are dumb. They're just doing it for show.
Yeah. Yep. And even the busy work that the Beachbody coaches create sometimes for all the Zoom meetings and all of to keep people plugged in and their heads down and not looking around. I can imagine that maybe there's a lot of work that isn't productive. So
Megan, just get ready for month 3.
yes. Jen's incredible. You can reach out to her on Instagram too. I don't know. Do you have a website too, Jen? I'm an idiot.
Yes and no.
Okay. Is the best way to reach you to hire you on Instagram? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Did you guys see that Autumn's restaurant open? It was open for 3 months.
Yep. How does that even work? You have no.
Most restaurants don't last more than 5 years, but 3 months, that's not a good sign.
That's like a world record right there, Autumn. You are the worst restaurant owner there is.
Yeah.
Maybe Bobby is tired of her bullshit.
Oh man.
Really consistent with opening those doors. You can't open those doors on a Monday and then be like, well, on Tuesday I didn't feel like it, and then on Wednesday I opened them, but instead of opening for breakfast, I opened for lunch.
That's what
That's
she
not how you're
did.
gonna build a business, right? So in month 1, in month 3, in month 6, even in month 12, like you can't always expect.
Live chat, is there an echo on the video, or can Amber, Amy, or Jen, or Cheryl tell me if there's an echo on y'all's end?
No.
It's Autumn. It's not us.
Okay, all right.
It's in her house.
Year is going to be this mind-blowing year. It doesn't mean that it doesn't happen for some people. It does, you guys. Some people have the magic touch, and it's just bada bing, bada boom, and it happens, and their business goes. But when I was a personal trainer, you guys, I started with a friend. I started training a friend, like for free. Actually, I was training that friend for free, and then that friend happened to tell somebody, and I had 1 client, and then eventually I had 2, and then it was months, and
She's basically telling you to continue to work for free, is what she's telling you.
And I will tell you right now, my first couple clients were friends, and I charged their asses.
Good.
Right?
Love it.
I'm like, they got a 50% discount, but you need to pay me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
then I had 3, and then eventually I had 4, and then maybe a year and a half in, 2 years in, then I had a pretty full roster.
I don't agree.
And even once I had a full roster, there would be times
Why
in
is
my
your body
business where all of a
language?
sudden 3 or 4 people would fall off at once. And I was like, oh my God, what just happened? And it doesn't mean you're just like, oh, shut the doors. That would mean I would have to lean in even harder. I'd have to work even harder. I'd have to get out there and hustle.
Okay. That is a very privileged point of view. How many of these coaches join because they have to have the money and they need the money and they were told that they could make an income? You can't float it for that long. Like, you just can't.
No, I am.
Like, suck it up and just do it for a year. That is
I
the most
am in an extremely privileged position that I can run and create this business the way I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would have had to go work at a gym.
Yep.
And you have to, when you're working at a gym, you're there at all hours of the day, random times, making $18 an hour, working your ass off. And again, I'm privileged as fuck that I can do what I do, that I have the ability to do that. She never acknowledges that shit.
No.
And remember, these coaches have to stay on a product, either Shakeology or the performance line.
I don't need to take any products.
That's $150 a month is a lot of money, especially for people who are hurting for money, right?
And then you're encouraged to buy VIP access.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this, and then you have this. There's always something for a cash cow.
Every quarter you have to buy VIP access for something, or or they have a new launch of a new flavor of something new that comes out that you are encouraged to buy so that you can share it on social media, right? And it's like, or you're encouraged to invest in mentors that will help you get to where you want to be.
Personal development.
Hey, guess what? My mentors didn't charge me.
Right.
And then they decided to have their own, both of them have, I'm in one of her collectives now for business coaching. Another one did business. I paid them. Like, they mentored me for free, and and then they built that. I'm at a place now where I can afford to pay you. You started this, I'm paying you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even more. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, I'm sorry, but you better have a hustle mentality. I know everybody's in this mindset right now where they're like, oh, the hustle. You shouldn't have to hustle. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you do.
You know what? Are so demeaning.
Yeah. Every single one of them. Like, it's like we're either going to get yelled at, or she's going to talk down to us, or I don't know, she's going to, she does all the things that literally rub everyone the wrong way, in my opinion. So, God.
I hustle every single day. I hustle, but I also have boundaries.
Oh, it's going to get even better after this. We're getting to the juicy.
Well, we are literally 5 minutes in, and I'm out. I literally, dear Lord, please forgive me, want to punch her in her face.
No, the last 8 minutes of this, you're going to want to smash your head into the wall.
Well, if I could give her one piece of advice that would help her right away, quit talking in absolutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
everyone it has this anti-hustle mentality. She just does like all coaches do this. All, anyone who's fat needs to just get up off the couch and do my program. Or she just talks in total absolutes, and she ends up missing the mark with a great majority of the people that don't.
There is
that.
Black, white, the gray area, the nuance is huge.
Yeah. And she doesn't understand that because she's in such a privileged position.
Yes, Karina, for legal purposes, that was a joke. I do not want to punch her in her face.
Yes, this is all for commentary and metaphors and not any action taken towards anyone that we're commenting on. Yep. No. Yep. Thank you for Karina watching our backs. You're the best.
Karina.
Yeah, you do. And if you're not the one hustling, somebody else is, and they're going to be the one that is jumping ahead. And while we're not in competition,
you are in competition.
Go get your dreams. They are not going to.
You literally are in competition with one another.
She created a competition for a gut protocol.
You literally have a competition for your program happening right now that all of your besties are at the top of again. And
it's like, or elite, or like all of these things. You do contests all year long. And the other thing with this is it's like
Team Pop, hello.
Yeah, someone else is gonna do it. Well, you told me I could work this in the mom cracks and make a ton of money. And how am I supposed to do that and hustle? Like,
so tier 4 leaders for the gut protocol retreat. Number 1, I'm gonna do top 5. Emily Falver.
Oh God.
Number 2, Tanya Barone.
Oh, shocker.
Number 3, Genevieve LeClerc.
No idea.
Do we need Leclerc? We need to snark on someone new.
Yes.
I think she's a Canadian coach.
LECLERC. 4, Christina Delgado. I'm just gonna keep going. 5, Kim Fitzpatrick.
Wow.
6, doesn't even say her whole name. It just says M Mitro. And then Amy Silverman, Amy Bailey's on here, Melissa McAllister, Amy, your upline's on here, Jess Dukes, Danielle Natoni, Holly Hillier. Christine Dwyer, who hasn't done anything Beachbody wise in years. So this is like I see her name on here, I see Melanie's name on here, and I'm like, there's something going down in a couple weeks. If all of these old school coaches who have not worked the business in years are starting to do it again.
Wow. I can't wait. I can't wait for the news to drop. Yep.
I think they know something that others don't yet. That's going to be announced at leadership in a couple weeks.
So, and just so you know, Kat is in tier 3 and she is currently number 3 on the leaderboard.
Of course she is.
Wow.
All of her, and remember, these are all people she sees all the time.
Yep, and Letty is currently number 5.
Of course she is.
Wow. It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
I'm yelling timber.
Melanie Mitra has been aggressive lately.
Yeah, she has.
Interesting.
Going to be handed to you on a silver platter.
Says someone who's coming to us from a multi-$100,000 kitchen.
Everybody does it, because how one person does it and is super successful will not be how the next person does it and ends up being super successful. So even if you've got amazing coaches or amazing mentors,
even if you're best friends with me,
that does not mean,
or you're dating a super trainer,
the way it works. Somebody said, what about balance? Y'all, if you are trying to grow a business, there's not balance. I'm sorry.
Stop. Yes, there is. And I'm going to tell you, I'm actually going to say that because I saw this and I'm like, okay, look, balance is constantly changing because we're constantly in different seasons of our life. So it's going to look different every day, every month, every year, but you can still find the balance. I might work my business a little harder when I'm getting ready to launch and open my group or a new program. So I spend a little less time with my family, but then it shifts back over. So it's constantly in flux and moving. It's not this black and white. It's this and that at all times.
Yeah.
There has to be flexibility.
Yeah. I mean, I think like at least with my dad with his business, I mean it was like there was an ebb and flow, but he worked his ass off for his entire time he had it. It was a electronic document company for law firms. So like he was and again there would be busier times, but again he was bearing the burden of a lot of that work too, even though he had employees too. So but again, in their situation, they're contractors with Beachbody. They're independent contractors. So I don't know. I can't really get on board with the idea that it's the exact same. And
well, and I think too, you have to look at the marketing message. The marketing message that they send out to the coaches is that you can do this. Like you can do this and nothing is going to hurt. But I can tell you when I was a coach, every time my phone dinged, I was checking that sucker because you have to get right on it or you're trying to maintain a rank. Like you would be working all the time. And
yeah.
Instead of like saying it's out of balance, my husband's like, it needs to be intentional. You should have intentional time. You can have balance. You don't have to hustle. Just be intentional and it should be okay.
And that is going to look different for every single person. It is absolutely individual. And Amy, now I want ice cream.
This is actually a macaroon.
What? Now I want a macaroon.
It pays to have really cool friends. I'm just saying.
That's awesome.
I'm like really close to my time of the month, so my sweet tooth goes crazy, and that looks delicious. So
it's really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry, that's like this mythical thing. It's this mythical idea that there's going to always be balance. There's not even enough hours in the day.
Sorry, the chat's moving too fast for some. I'm like,
you guys are no, they're lively in there today.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
there's
y'all
not enough hours in the day, Autumn. That's completely the opposite of what you tried to tell people. Like that it just sounds like excuses coming from her, but she's trying to be motivational. It's
not working.
It's awful. It's so bad.
Next time I'm going to make sure that I watch this first before I react to it here, because like I am so mad I can't even like
see straight.
Give 8 hours of balance to work, plus 8 hours to yourself, plus 8 hours to your family, plus 8 hours of sleep. It's just not true. It doesn't happen. You guys, even our kids don't have
to do that.
That was some horrible math right there.
They literally tell us that, or they told us, I should say, that we could work this business within 2 hours, right?
Yeah, 1 to 2 hours a day. That's all you needed.
Okay, that's all we needed. So this 8 hours.
Within the cracks of your day. So she's saying that we need to work, that you would need to work 8 hours as a Beachbody coach for free. For free.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're losing me.
You're a volunteer, remember?
Yeah.
Carl said.
About kids, like when they go to school. Kids go to school for like 7 hours a day. Then they come home, and the way they're given homework these days, they've got another 2 or 3 hours of homework on top of it.
My kids don't get homework.
Ray doesn't get homework.
My kids don't get homework either.
Peyton does, sparingly. Ray doesn't get homework though.
No,
why did I go to the school at the wrong time in my life?
They've pretty much gotten rid of homework.
Mm-hmm.
For kids.
What?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Like my high schooler has a little bit, but junior high, elementary school, they don't give homework. Usually the homework like here is whatever they don't finish in class or if they've missed a day.
Yeah.
Ray has like stuff that she can work on. Like, she would have to like read for a certain, amount a day, or like, there's little like things.
But it's less than an hour if it's anything at all.
Oh.
And yeah, Stacy's right. How would Autumn know what kids get for homework? Because her kid is homeschooled.
She homeschools him.
Wow. Yeah, I used to go to school, then I would play tennis for 7 hours, then I would stay up till 2 a.m. doing homework. So that's what I did growing up. So I would have loved to have no homework. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Need 8 to 10 hours of sleep usually. That means they're not getting 8 to 10 hours a day with their friends. You got to stop with this idea of balance. The goal overall in life
No.
What?
Balance. But
It is. Oh my God. She wouldn't know that's like the definition of the word balance. She has no idea.
My overall goal in life is to be happy and have fun.
Oh, my number one goal is to not be a jerk, but I mean, I'm not. I'm failing at that today. I literally have no patience for Autumn, especially after Camel Milk Lady last night. I'm like, all y'all can stop. All of y'all are, it's the worst. God.
not balanced day to day, and it's not balanced week to week. And if you're growing a business, you're not in the balance phase. You're in the bust your butt phase. And then when one day when your business is thriving, that's where you get to find a little bit more balance. And maybe you get to step back a little bit, and maybe you have other people in place that can help keep that business going so that you can get
your pyramid.
Your pyramid under you. This is what she's learning from Christina, by the way. This is what she probably just heard at the retreat. So she's repeating all of it.
You can't also say, so she's like, maybe you can pull off the gas a little bit. No, you can't. You have to consistently fill whatever hole comes up in your organization. There's no taking your foot off. The second you have to, crumbles.
You have to micromanage.
Absolutely.
All day, every day.
Yep. I mean, that's why Holly is always on her phone working.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're always, all of them, even me, when I was on my phone all the time. We'd be out to dinner and Jake would be like, put your phone down, like get off of your phone. And I was like, but I have to message someone. Someone was asking me questions about this. Like constant.
One of the first things I did when I started my business was I turned off all notifications for all my apps.
Love it.
I do not get notifications for anything. There's
I made that reel yesterday talking about what I enjoy doing now.
Yes.
I might add that in the comment section under
that. That is real balance. Like, being able to read a book I enjoy, or watch a TV show, or just take a nap.
Yes.
Yep. You know what's even worse is if you go to the comments on this live, like there are nothing but coaches in here being like, "Oh, I needed to hear this today. Thank you, Autumn." And I'm just
every single time she goes live.
Oh boy. So yeah, we all needed to get yelled at again. I mean, why is that fun? Why is that motivating? It's not. It's literally the worst leadership technique. It's awful.
Tough love. It's tough love. Gotta get to the tough love. Balance is me not having to do an hour-long workout 5 days a week, 3 weeks in a row for you, Autumn.
Yeah. You got to have some stamina to jump the fence to go get your dog back. So,
but I'll tell you one thing: there's a chick on here that did a really good job calling her out for talking about Beachbody being an entrepreneur.
Cool.
High fives.
Yeah.
Time to family, friends, yourself. But if you've got this idea that you're supposed to have equal balance all day, every day, and every week and every month, then I think you should expect to have a very average life. And that might not be that might be taken the wrong way, but I'm just saying,
it is.
You're trying to give,
there's no question about it.
Time to everything.
It absolutely is.
Nothing is going to.
What's wrong with average? And that's what they have kind of preached even when I was a coach was, do you just want to be average and have an average life? Why wouldn't you want to excel and take yourself to the highest level you can? Like, average is okay.
Yep.
Average is okay. Otherwise you get burnt out. How do I know that? Because I've been there.
With what I do now, there's a whole bunch of business coaches out there that have never actually been trainers, but they're selling these courses promising you $10,000 months, $20,000 months, and all empty promises. It's like, I'm going to show you what I did, but they don't really teach you anything. And then when you don't sign up with them, don't you want more for your life? Don't you? Like, no, actually, like I did I'll have to tell you guys about this another time, but I was in a cult experience for like a weekend. It was horrible. And they're like, don't you want more? What do you want from life? I'm like, honestly, what I have right now is what I want.
Yeah. And
don't
again,
you
I
want to
think
make more money? I said, not really. No, that's like, I don't need a fancy car. I don't need 3 houses. I don't need, like, no. I want my family to be happy. I want them to be healthy. I want us to be together. I want to have consistency.
yeah.
I want it just to be
And I
me.
think that is one of the best things, the consistency, right? Because the constant up and down of like trying to run a Beachbody business is exhausting, it's stressful, it impacts your whole family. And then you watch these women who, you know, they want to have these extraordinary lives, and they are just kind of, I don't know what the right word, like irresponsible. They're buying everything. They're showing this lifestyle that you're like, okay, when Beachbody goes down, because let's be real, it's not going to be long. What are they going to do? They're going to have a ton of clothes and cars and purses and whatever. But the things that they're showing, that's not the life that most people want. I don't like, to me, I don't think so. Like, I want to be able to enjoy my family, go on a vacation every once in a while. Like,
Yeah. I think it's person specific too, instead of, and it's even more so of saying, oh, it should be, we should be okay with being whatever that terminology Autumn's saying, average or excellent or whatever. It's like separate from people's opinions and their influence on you. Like, what's important to you? Amy likes to travel. She likes to do some other stuff. We like to travel. We love restaurants. We're gonna, like, we literally would plan stuff around like what we want to eat. That's what we do. And or like I don't know what it is, but it's like figure it out, like what do you want to do? And it's like me, quality time. I want a lot of quality time with the people that I care about. And you know, I don't know what it is, but it's not necessarily like going and getting a million, you know, rental properties and all this other stuff. Some people that is for them, and that's like separate from like pressure from outside sources. So it's like I have a issue with the Beachbody people constantly pressuring and shaming others for not aligning with what they think.
Yeah, or just that people working their 9 to 5 jobs, right?
Yep.
They're always
Yep.
ragging on people with 9 to 5s, and it's like, what is so wrong with the
liking it.
and
Yep.
the stability
Yep.
of
Yep.
a 9 to 5 job? There's nothing wrong with that.
well,
Exactly.
the other question I have is, who decides what life is average?
Yep.
Like,
Exactly.
average to her is probably extravagant to me. So, like, who's deciding this? So she's looking at
Average bottom is her being able to fly cross country
for
every
36
weekend.
hours.
Can we talk about the privilege she has in that, and how and flying all the time, and her effect on the environment, Autumn?
Well,
Yeah.
right. I mean, like Karina, you know, she just wants to buy plants and pressure Amber to buy plants. That's average life. That's what she needs. That's it.
Yep. Yep. And I
And then
think that Beachbody coaches leverage.
And they
Yeah.
keep making me feel bad because my plants keep dying, Amber and Karina.
And speaking of plants,
are my shelf right here. I can see them. My plants. Karina
Amy Bailey was giving a guilt trip yesterday in her stories about people buying mums and Halloween decorations instead of signing up for Beachbody.
Well, did you guys see in Kat's story? She was talking about in her little desperation stories yesterday, where she was talking about getting people signed up and joining her for full week gut protocol, and she was extending it, and it's ready to get back to it before the onslaught of Halloween candy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Awful.
Yes, Catherine, I am buying mums and Halloween candy this weekend.
Love it. Love it.
Nothing's going to be fantastic.
Oh.
So lose that mentality and be like, right now I'm in the hustle phase. And then, you know, when you've got that quality time with your kids, be all in with your kids or your significant other. And when you're giving yourself your me time, be all in on your me time. Put the phone down. Don't be distracted.
Because you are made to feel guilty for even having me time and taking time off. Because if you do, then it's not, you're not giving enough to your business. And then that's why you fail.
Her me time yesterday after testing her leg day workout was a massage at her house, going in her infrared sauna, and then doing her cold plunge. I'm sorry, those saunas cost like $5,000. Those plunge pools cost like $5,000, and to have a masseuse come to your house.
Yeah.
I remember
Shut up, Autumn.
there was a husband and wife team, like part of my like upline team, and they were hosting a team call on a Sunday night at 9 p.m. And there was a girl who did not join the team call because she wanted to watch Game of Thrones at 9 o'clock. She wanted to watch it live and not have to wait an extra hour, to watch it. So she was like, I'm going to catch the recording. And this husband and wife team got on Facebook and publicly shamed her, tagged her in their post about how she wasn't committed enough to her business because she chose to watch a TV show rather than show up for the team call. I was like, wait a second here.
What?
Like, the girl just wants to watch some TV, but if you do anything outside of that's not personal development or pouring back into your business, then you're not dedicated enough.
Wow.
Which she would know if she was an actual coach. She has no idea what it takes to be a coach. None.
Yeah, I mean, she's getting paid millions of dollars by Beachbody too.
It's easy for her to say that, but it would be like me sitting by my husband. He would watch a movie and I would be on my phone because I hadn't done all my activities. Like, no.
Stacy, you are right. Season 8 ending of Game of Thrones is better than any team call. And that ending was horrible.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
That's how you find balance, but the balance isn't minute for minute, hour for hour. Okay? So that was the one thing I wanted to say about work, is that when you come into being an entrepreneur in whatever business it is, you've got to come in knowing that it's not going to be all fun and play and look at my bank account grow, especially in the first year.
Why are you the one talking to us about
this? The next
this?
thing I want to talk to you guys about, since obviously what I really like to talk about the most is fitness and nutrition. And
no,
Megan, they don't have any normal friends outside of Beachbody.
Nope, they don't.
And
that's made clear by Autumn's group of friends she keeps. They're all Beachbody coaches, all of them. They all only hang out with their team or their downline. They don't associate with anybody else.
Yep.
That's what makes it a cult.
Yeah.
Health and finding things that work for you. And first of all, I'm just going to say that we all know, or we all should know at this point, that there isn't just one.
I'm already getting angry.
There isn't one way of exercising. There isn't one way of eating that works for everybody. There's multiple ways that you can do it. That being said, you're going to choose to follow a program. You guys, you cannot choose to follow a program, but then try to make up your own rules to follow that program.
Ma'am,
I got you, Karina. I got you.
Birthday weekend
to join us next time.
Yes. Heck yeah. Definitely join us. And Emma, welcome to join us too. Here's my question. Did she miss herself going to Epcot and being off of her own plan or whatever whenever she was? And again, we're not shaming her for having fun. She literally, where's the integrity?
Yes, it's the contradiction.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, she had her birthday party weekend and came on and had to justify that. And then she did this, and now she's what gets me, she's like, there's not one way to do things. I'm like, but you're saying your way is the best way.
But I like what Catherine said. You're right. There's two: portion fixer, TB mindset. That's it.
And Stacy, yes, she did change the rules for 75 hard. She never finished it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Not that I would encourage anyone to do 75 hard, but
don't do 75 hard.
Don't do it. I'm surprised that Autumn, the queen of self-control and following the rules, couldn't even follow the rules of that.
She couldn't do it.
No, and
surprised.
she did talk about being flexible with your plan last week, but I think she was specifically just talking about the workouts. I don't think she had any intention of anyone taking that to mean the nutrition plan.
No.
But
No,
I was like, oh, sweet. She's finally going to talk about balance. But no, it's like you can be flexible with your workouts, but you better be eating the right things.
wow. Oh,
And I hear this a lot. I've heard it tons over the years with Portion Fix, and I'm starting to hear it a lot with 4-week gut protocol, where I'm seeing people go, I'm doing 4-week gut protocol, but I'm not giving up my alcohol. I love my alcohol, so that's my thing. Then you're
Is
not
she
doing
calling Ashley out here?
Either that or all of her friends. All
Yeah,
of her friends.
Letty was drinking this weekend with Ashley.
Yeah.
Letty drinks every single weekend.
Yeah.
And they post
Every
it on
weekend.
social media.
Yep, Kat does too. I mean, like, they all have these fantastic weekends and then they're back on Monday. But
Yeah.
how do you say
Back
this?
on track. Time to reel it back in, dial it back in.
Yeah, it's her little posse. They're the ones who are showing these horrible behaviors from health coaches.
But she is like blind to it. She just has her blinders on and she ignores it.
wow.
And that's okay, but don't say you're doing 4-week gut protocol.
Yeah,
'Cause 4-week
Autumn,
gut
don't say
protocol,
you're doing
we
4-week
don't
gut
have alcohol
protocol
for 4
either.
weeks. Or I see them go, oh, I'm doing 4-week gut protocol, but I'm intuitively eating. And so if I want
Oh, this is shade to Ashley. This is big
Absolutely
shade.
shade to Ashley. 100%.
Holy crap. That's rude.
Rewind that. Rewind it. Oh,
Holy crap. Holy crap. I'm rewinding it. Here we go.
That's okay, but don't say you're doing 4-week gut protocol. Because 4-week gut protocol, we don't have alcohol for 4 weeks. Or I see them go, oh, I'm doing 4-week gut protocol, but I'm intuitively eating. And so
Literally, all of her friends the past 2 weeks have been on 4-week gut protocol because they've been running groups for it. And
Yep.
they drank every weekend, binge drank every weekend. I guess every day that ends in Y, I guess.
Tanya,
I
Kat, you know, just
Tanya was in there drinking.
yeah. Tanya was in Italy doing everything but
I mean,
eating the gut protocol.
Christina Delgado's husband was pouring shots of Captain in their mouths or like tequila in their mouths.
Well, or Christina's husband was pouring Fireball in the one coach's mouth. Like, there's so many. And I agree, Karina. Like, I don't drink. Give me brownies then. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yep.
brownie, I'm going to eat the brownie. Then you're not doing 4-week gut protocol.
Rude.
That's not what it's about, because we're not eating a bunch of highly processed, excessive amounts of sugar. We got
Okay. So I am working with a dietitian and I intuitively eat, but he keeps track. I track my food because I need to make sure I'm eating enough food, because my tendency with my ED is to not eat. And I eat less sugar and less processed foods now as an intuitive eater than I ever did following her freaking programs.
Mm. Wow.
She's talking about a brownie, and you know who that's about?
Ashley.
Oh, what did Ashley do? Wait. When
Ashley was doing 4-week gut protocol, and she's shoving blondies in her face on her stories, just inhaling them, like gorging herself.
It was like day one, and then the next day, Autumn went on live and like basically ripped her a new one. And Ashley was like, Autumn did have a really good point. Yeah,
that, and Ashley was also complaining about stomach issues because of the gluten from the brownies.
Yeah.
I think it might be more that you're potentially very hungry and then you eat a lot and then your stomach hurts. But that is just my unmedical, non-professional opinion.
Correct.
Catherine, she's shaming people because that is her brand. She doesn't know how to do anything else.
Yeah.
While we're doing it, or it's I'm doing gut protocol, and then I say, and then they ask me a question. Oh, Autumn, what about this? And I'm like, oh, well, did you print out the PDF because that answer is in the PDF.
Oh, is it?
Like,
Is it
"There's too
Autumn?
many PDFs."
Dear God.
It's in the notebook. It's in the binder. Read the binder.
Wow.
Remember when
somebody? I think in the comment section on this live, somebody had mentioned, look, not everybody learns the same way. Some people don't like reading PDFs. Some people don't like watching videos. Some people need the videos and this and that. Like, people learn in different ways.
Yeah, and that's giving too much credit to the
She has a son who has a learning disability, same one mine has. And they learn in different ways.
Yeah.
And for her not to acknowledge that is just like, oh.
I mean, I think that that's giving Autumn too much credit because, I mean, the PDF she was showing is not, it doesn't make a ton of sense in some areas. They didn't.
No, I have them all.
Oh, yeah. Jen has them all. They don't make sense when, like, oh, where's the question or what should we do here? She's like, oh, we got to turn back to all these other pages. I'm like, okay, just because the words are in somewhere in the PDF doesn't mean that it makes sense to the people. And if someone has a question, that's your fault, Autumn, for not making a better outline or program to follow.
This is going to get better because she's going to say how much she loves coaching and helping people. If she did, this would not be her reaction to people asking questions.
Yep, agree.
Want to explode when people say that to me. And I have found myself not necessarily I guess I say I find myself tough loving people a lot faster. And it's not to be mean or anything.
It is.
It's just because I'm like,
it literally is.
You got to do it. And if you're not going to do it, then don't come ask me for the answer because the answer is already there. I'm always here to coach and guide and motivate. But
Melissa, I'm trying to make my stand.
You're still watching.
Oh, Cheryl's getting her steps in.
Yeah.
I've done that too. When I was
Megan is still here. Megan, would you be part of Anchor Fit Club if I acted like this?
Well, and here's the thing. She's saying, I like to coach. There were no meal plans, okay? There were no meal plans. People were confused, and she lost her mind.
Yeah.
To do meal plans for people.
There are now. There 3-day meal plans because she did them while she was in Punta Cana because so many people were complaining about it.
And she was mad.
The meal plans suck. I have those too.
I would just like to say I'm loading my mashed potatoes up with a lot of butter. So.
Nice.
Love it.
6 months to a year to create something, and I film the videos and we do the research as a team, and you guys have no idea what happens behind the scenes and the legal battles that we go back and forth with, and can we say this and can we say that, and do we have studies to back up
what's the point of doing all the legal battles of what you can and can't say when your coaches are running wild in these streets? You know what I'm saying?
And I'm still waiting for studies.
Yeah. What we want to see the
I want to see the research. One of my calls today, I was like, this is a research paper. I do a journal club every month. They get a research paper. We read through it. We dissect it. We look at the statistics because I want to learn how to read this stuff. She don't know.
Well, I love Jolene's reel today where she's like, okay, what they do all these test groups. Why are there no results from any of these test groups except for before and after photos? You don't get any like quantifiable data. Yeah. There's no data. They don't have anything for their programs except for maybe these small surveys that they send out, and then they count that. No, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
We're saying, and okay, let's make sure the videos aren't too long because we know people don't want to watch a video if it's much longer than 8 minutes. They turn it off.
Oh, so, give me a break. Maybe your content just sucks.
Put the information in the PDF that isn't in the video so that they can print that PDF out and they can quick resource it and find the answer and they don't have to go back.
Have you ever heard of an interactive PDF, Autumn, where you could click on something and it would take you to the correct page? Oh no, you haven't. What are you talking about? Printing something out? Oh my God. And again, it's like, I hate to be frustrated about technical stuff, but she could make it really easy for people to find information, even though the information I don't agree with that it's actual like good or healthy for people to use, but she could create something that helps the people that she's supposedly trying to help. And she just doesn't give a flippity flop.
She doesn't, because even since 4-Week Gut Protocol launched, all of the coaches have been asking and asking for that meal plan to be trackable in the app, because you can't track your 4-week gut protocol things. They haven't loaded it, and they're not going to. Like they won't help them, and it wouldn't be that difficult technological.
She said it would be too hard, but if you knew you were releasing this program as a company and they were going to be using containers and there were going to be new container counts, why wouldn't you start that process while you were in development of this program?
Yeah, I don't know.
$1 billion company. Come on. Well, not so much anymore. Maybe they're getting really good. It's not looking good.
Yep.
Watch an 8-minute video to find the answer, and then people say things to me like, but Autumn, there's too many materials, I didn't want to look through them. Then you don't want to do it. Then you kind of sort of want to do it, and you should kind of sort of maybe expect to feel a little bit better. But if you're going to do it, you're going to buy the program and push play on the workouts and push play on the nutrition and, follow it the way I've written it, then follow it all the way. You guys, give yourself that gift, right? Because you can't knock it, right? You can't be like, oh my God, it didn't work, or oh my God, if you're not following it the way it's written. If you're
okay, again, it's one of those things where if your product doesn't work in actuality, in real life, then maybe you need to switch your program around or say, like, why is this not sustainable? Because
and earlier in the call, she said there's so many different ways you can do it and so many different plans, but now she's shaming you if you're not following her exact plan.
Yep.
So my program, I think Cheryl said this at the end of the podcast, I think last night, that I took what Beachbody did and just said, F that, we're doing something else. And yes, I have specific strength training days that are programmed, but you can change the days, you can change the exercises, you can do something completely different. You make it yours. You don't need to follow my plan because what works for me isn't going to work for you. Yes, the training is there.
Yeah.
You need to do what works for you.
Yep.
It's not about me. She's making this about her, and it needs to be about her customers.
Yep. But again, when you make a bad program that doesn't work, you have to suddenly hyper focus on the little pieces because you can't really admit that your program, in my opinion, doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
Yes, I would just like to say I am living my best life with my homemade.
Man, y'all are eating. I'm gonna have some chocolate.
Okay. Homemade potatoes. The Autumn would have only let me have one tiny little yellow cup of.
No, she might not even let you look at it. Look at it, Amber.
No, there's too much butter in there.
Oh,
you screwed it up with butter.
Put milk in there too.
Oh, hell yes.
You screwed it all up.
Live chat, let us know in the comments if Amber should react to one of Autumn's reels, like maybe her tortilla reel, and then just post the recipe for her potato. Let us know in the live chat.
Yeah, see, I was asking Amber what kind of milk she used. Did she use camel milk in the?
Oh my God, the camel milk. Oh,
regular old 2% milk.
I'm about. If y'all don't know, a Royal Crown Diamond in Young Living is awful. She claimed that camel milk, Jen. She claimed camel milk could cure autism.
I caught some of the recording.
Oh, good. Well, no, it's not good. It's awful. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about camel milk here.
Well, and my chicken noodle is done now.
Love it. Delicious.
If you guys can see.
Looks incredible, Amber.
You spoon that on top of the mashed potatoes.
Oh my gosh. I really need the recipe. I think we all need the recipe.
I'll post it on my Instagram. It's super simple, super easy.
Sweet. Awesome.
Not willing to take the time to print out the couple pages of PDFs and read through them, grab a highlighter, tag them, whatever you got to do. Then
Does she not realize that most people don't have access to printers? There are people that don't have access to a printer.
Well, and to print that out, it would be really expensive. It's a lot of information.
Yeah,
printed it out, put it in a binder with tabs. that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, it's going to be at least $50 at the printer.
But why can't we just, like, if you're going to need a binder for all these PDFs, like, why, when you purchase this 4-week gut protocol program, don't they just send you a book?
That's what I missed about the old
interactive,
we
like,
used to get
PDF
books.
that you can click on. I mean, I could create that for them, and it's just one creation to send out to everybody in an email when they order their freaking stuff. It's not that hard.
Yep.
They're making it hard because they know it doesn't work. Period.
Yep.
Better. Like, that is really what gut protocol is all about. We want to feel our best, and sometimes the foods we eat leave us not feeling so good. But wouldn't you, like, if you're going to put the time in, don't you want to know that you're doing it to the best of your ability? And by the way, 4-week gut protocol, you guys, there's tons of different programs out there on how to improve gut health. This is not one way of, it's not the only way.
Oh, what?
It's one way. It's one way, and it is backed by research.
It is? What research?
What
Show me your sources, ma'am. Oh.
Yeah, no, she's going to keep going and bash us. You need to rewind it just a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to rewind it just a smidge.
And by the way, 4-week gut protocol, you guys, there's tons of different programs out there on how to improve gut health. This is not one way of, it's not the only way. It's one way. It's one way, and it is backed by research, regardless of what some people like to come on here and say.
Amy.
That's us.
What up? Autumn, Tyler Breeze.
I just want to know where the sources are. I want to be able to read them.
Yep.
And I think she thought that by posting, and I don't even know if it was her that posted that one study.
It wasn't a study.
It wasn't a study, and it included everything, like cancer and like it was so big.
It was a plan. It's what they want to study within the next 10 years when it comes to GI health issues.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
there was no research in it. It's what they wanted to research. And Beachbody posted it. It wasn't Autumn.
Yeah, they're like, look, proof, 70%.
Yeah, and I commented. I said, that's not a research study.
Yep. Man.
By the way, you guys can study in more than one place. You can study in a classroom, and you can also study at your kitchen table.
No.
Stop.
Reading research is a skill.
Yes, it is.
Understanding how to read research and knowing what to look for in the statistics and how to read the language is a skill, which is why I am been in a membership group for 6 months learning from someone how to read research.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't just read the conclusion.
Yeah.
Well, and there's something to be said about going to school and getting a degree, getting the certifications that you need.
That's when you go get a nutrition degree, when you get an exercise science degree, you have to take statistics and you read studies. If you go for your master's, you have to do a thesis. You have to do research.
Yep.
You don't know how to do that.
Yeah, and interpreting it. I mean, understanding what the numbers mean is literally so much of the battle of reading this. I mean, we run into it in other MLMs too, where they say, or especially in Young Living or Health and Wellness, other health and wellness ones, where they're like, "Oh, this study said this," and it's like, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. It did not. It did not.
No, it's not. It's not what you think it means.
Yep.
Not what I choose to do. I study at my kitchen table. But when I hear people say that, oh my God, it's too much information to get through. I'm like,
so she's reading the back of a cereal box at her kitchen table. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, but I don't think she believes in cereal, so maybe it's a different kind of box.
She's doing her whatever certification course, but it's completely biased, and they don't look at the research. They just tell her this is what it says, but she doesn't question it.
Is it the ecclesiastical certification that Melissa, whatever her name is, did?
McAllister did. Grad level statistics class multiple. You can make stats say anything you want to, honestly. Yep, you can.
Yep. Yeah, and we saw that Tim Sales was trashing Kiki Chanel and he was saying, oh, the numbers said this, and my dad is like, no, the numbers do not say that. And he was like positioning himself as some kind, Tim Sales was positioning himself as some kind of expert, and like literally that's not what the numbers said in his video. So you can make numbers do a lot of things if you don't understand what they mean.
Pages out. Is it worth going through the material? Is it worth watching the videos?
No.
Is it worth doing it right? Or isn't it? And it is going to be different. It is going to be challenging. It is a change. If you're used to eating one way and all of a sudden I'm telling you, we're going to try this other way, expect it to be hard. Don't expect that on day one it's going to be perfect. And don't expect that.
I don't talk a lot about how I facilitate nutrition coaching with my members if they want it. It shouldn't be hard. You don't go from eating one way overnight to completely go to something else the next day.
Yeah.
You're setting them up for failure. And that's what these programs do. Cheryl and I talked about this.
Yeah. I mean, like the day one, you're told, like, what is it? Like with the 4-week gut protocol, you take what out? Don't you take
no corn, no artificial sweeteners, no dairy, no ultra processed soy, no gluten.
No potatoes.
No,
No, you can have potatoes. It would be the butter.
Yeah. No alcohol, and there's one
I
other.
think it was only 6.
Are there 6? Okay.
Yeah.
And so, and that's one of the things that I have. If you, like, for example, when I lost all of the weight that I did on doing Chalene Extreme, well, guess what? I implemented a different diet, workouts, all of these different things. What was the change that actually tipped me over? Who knows? It was a mixture, but I had to start like working out first. And then I added in like some things with the nutrition. When I got 21 Day Fix, I lost my mind because it changed everything day one. And it was like, I can't do this. It's too much.
Yep.
like for me now, it's hard for me to eat vegetables without putting them in my container.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like Amber's eating mashed potatoes right now. They're considered a yellow, but they're actually a vegetable. So it makes you think that the yellow, you can only have a certain amount, right? Like it's so messed up.
You have to sacrifice one food for a better food.
Yeah.
Or you sacrifice food for alcohol.
Mm.
Yeah. You got to save up your yellow so you can have your wine at the end of the night. Right?
Yep. It's hard to unthink. Like, it's hard to not think about it too. Like, I wasn't in Beachbody, but I had a very bad coach for a long time who was super controlling and like controlled all my food. And it's still, I'm well into my 30s at this point, and it is hard. Like, I haven't played full time in a very long time, and I still struggle with it. So
I have someone right now that struggles with eating vegetables. And her goal for the day is to have not a vegetable, but to have produce at every meal. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's fruit. I don't care if it's a vegetable. Produce. I don't care if it's canned, frozen, pickled. Produce. Make it simple.
Yeah.
And then you build from there.
Yep.
Okay. Just a little insight. That's how I nutrition coach.
Yeah.
As you go through the full 4 weeks, that you're going to be perfect, because it's not about being perfect. It's about a learning experience. It's about learning yourself, learning your body, catching what maybe some of your not so good habits are. Like for me, I picked up very quickly. I'm a late night snacker when I get bored because I work all day. And that's
so
great.
Are you not eating during the day?
Sit down at night. Like I need a little time to.
Well, how can she say it's not about being perfect when she just told you if you didn't do all the steps exactly how she told you, you weren't actually doing the program?
Yep.
She double speaks a lot, and it's very confusing. It's confusing for us to listen to her.
Like within minutes, she completely changes, and it's like, pick a side and like let us know what you actually think.
Yeah.
And then maybe we will. No, we're still gonna snark. I lied. It's still gonna happen.
Jennifer, nobody wants to make Haley's carrot bake.
No.
Oh. I mean, I might make it as a joke, but I I'm scared too. I'm so scared too.
I'm eating all day and I'm not hungry, I catch myself wanting to late night snack.
If I don't eat all day and I'm not hungry, then I catch myself
hungry.
wanting to late night snack. Oh my God.
She's totally hungry. She's lying. Liar.
Break that bad habit.
She's so angry all the time. She's angry.
Yeah, eat some potatoes or something delicious. I don't know.
Needs a real Snickers.
Yeah.
Part of a learning experience for you to make better choices. But the only way you can do that is to understand the program in its entirety.
Understand the program, don't understand good nutrition. Got it, Autumn. Super clear.
But she doesn't want to say there's good or bad foods or good or way eating, but there's better choices.
Yeah, but she obviously believes that there is good or bad food.
Oh, absolutely.
So
someone can get this woman a grilled cheese
Sunday. If you are the person that maybe hasn't been watching all the things, right? You get excited and you're like, oh my God, push play, day one, go. And you haven't taken the time to learn it. I'm going to encourage you today to dedicate a little time to sit down and learn it.
And
then go attack it. And you're going to see it's going to end up making it so much easier. And you're going to end up feeling so much better.
Oh, your matcha.
For Sunday. Latte, it's probably just
so hungry.
Oh my God.
So I went through the videos for 4-Week Gut Protocol. It took me less than an hour.
What?
There are like 5-minute videos.
Wow.
And there's not a lot of information in the videos at all.
Right.
So you have to go to the PDFs.
She said people wouldn't watch anything under 8 minutes, or over 8 minutes. So that's her mindset going in. So then she doesn't give you adequate information.
Autumn, maybe make better content. Are you kidding me? I love how they make these generalizations or they make these assumptions about stuff and they don't actually look at people will watch very long videos. They will. If they're good, they will watch them. I mean, we saw that. You can see that across the board. Now, do you want to tire them out? No. But I mean, if you have good production value, if you are interesting, if you're presenting information in a dynamic way, if you have multiple, I don't know, scene changes. There's lots of things that go into it. It's an art. And she's just saying, oh, they won't watch it. Well,
because it was just her talking.
It's boring.
People are tired of listening to Autumn talk. You listen to it the entire time she works out. She never shuts up.
Yeah.
Ever.
And who wants to get yelled at? Who wants to get talked down to? Nobody does. Nobody does.
I just want to say I love that the chat is going off about grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yes. We love that.
Whoever Justice, Just MUA, we need that. We need the details on the air fryer grilled cheese because I love quick, fast, easy.
Yes. Yep.
Please send beats to my DMs on Instagram. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Yay, Katarina's here.
Rest up a little bit. But I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I hope you have a great week. And I hope you go out there and go after all of your goals, you guys, because they're yours for the taking. All right?
Exactly. They're yours for the taking, not hers. They're yours.
Love it.
Not mine, not Amber's, not Amy's, not Cheryl's, not DC's. They are your goals. And you need to do whatever you need to do to reach those goals, not what somebody else wants you to do. My post yesterday, my reel yesterday was kind of about that. That's good timing.
Man. I don't even know. It's like, how do you wrap that up? How do you even leave the audience with a lighter note? I mean, because Autumn literally just drug us down to the bottom of the ocean.
But she thinks it's motivational. That's the thing that kills me. Is she thinks she came on and just was spitting fire and getting people so excited.
She thinks it was a slam dunk. She hit it out of the park.
And all of the coaches in the comments are telling her that. And so she keeps gassing her up.
I mean, maybe it was like getting hit in the head with a baseball, but that's never fun. That's awful. And you get a headache for the rest. For a week afterwards. And again, that's the problem, having that fake hype. And again, I know we were saying, please leave a good review on Cheryl's podcast if you've listened to it and liked it. And But my thing, and that's my big thing, like I don't leave reviews on Herbalife stuff if I've never been in the Herbalife shop. That's just my personal, from a marketing perspective. I can't bring myself to review a company if I have not ever been a patron of them. That's just my thing. So, but again, like all of the coaches hyping Autumn up because she's popular, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, and Cheryl knows. She's like, "Hey guys, what do you think of this?" And she knows she's getting an individual DM from me where I'm like, I really love this.
Yeah.
Maybe what about this? She knows it's coming because I'm not like, man, Cheryl's my friend, so I'm gonna like check off everything she does. That's just not, I'm not that type of friend. That's probably why I don't have a ton of friends.
You don't have friends like that though. That's the thing, right? Like you have friends that gas you up and feed into your BS. They're not friends. They're literally your cult followers, and they're literally only there for the clout. Like they're only your friend. Like honestly, look at Autumn and look at Christina Delgado's life. You really believe that Autumn would be her best friend if they were to hang out at, like, if they met each other in
No way. No way.
There's no way.
No way. Amy, I'm curious. You looked at Shanti's Social Blade today. What does Autumn's follower count look like?
Oh, you wanna pull it up?
Yeah, hers wasn't as bad. I mean, she has lost followers, but she's more around like I want to say it was maybe around the 400. It may have even been less than that because she's gaining and losing. But yeah, Shanti has lost 15,000 in the last 30 days.
I'm pulling it up. Let me just log in. Hold on.
But it's not really a surprise. I mean, and you'll notice like with Autumn's, there will be like a day that she gains a ton, and then there'll be a day that she loses a ton. So you'll know exactly that those are probably days she went live. And depending on what she did in that live, you can tell the impact.
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing to me was, well, maybe it's not weird. Autumn has much higher engagement than Shanti.
Oh,
which I thought was weird.
Lost
there's over 4,000 coaches. Think about it. They're all the coaches. They all want to be on Autumn's coattail.
Yeah.
And also remember, Shanti is a Black gay man, and he's been expressing that about himself a lot more openly.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of conservative coaches who don't necessarily agree with his lifestyle.
Yeah, and that's a shame on Carl for not encouraging Sean from the very beginning to be his authentic self. Because, and I will say this, I do understand there's a lot of a conservative, like more closed-minded people probably in Beachbody. There's also a difficult thing for someone to say, I expect you to be this way because you've been like this. And Carl put up that facade, probably those guardrails. I can imagine because he does the same thing with Autumn. He does the same thing with other coaches because he wants a specific type of whatever as the face of his company. And then Sean, good for him that he gets to be his authentic self, where he's truly like aligned with who he wants to be. And then it's like, wait, what? And I put a lot of blame on Carl for that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there? Yeah, I don't know.
See, so Autumn, is this Autumn? So she only lost around 400.
Interesting.
But look at some of those days, like down 400, down 136, down.
Yep, she lost 56 on Sunday, and then she lost another 98. So people who missed her Sunday deal saw it, and they were like, heck no. Look at these dips.
That's got to be when she does her lives.
Yep. And you would think maybe she's not listening to us, but maybe she would actually look at this and be like, oh, maybe I need to do something different. But I think she doesn't care.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, Carl's engagement rate is awful. Did you see his engagement rate is like 0.37 or something?
Yeah. He doesn't respond to anything. He's just here to post.
Yep.
Or
he reports you.
Yeah, he probably has his person making his shakes to try to respond to people and
just report him, huh, Cheryl?
Yep. It just reports you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Jerk.
Well,
jerk.
Most of us, well, I'm still free on one of my accounts, but live chat and replay crew, we appreciate everything that y'all send to us, to Amy, Amber, Cheryl, and Jen, because they are enemy number one to Beachbody, and they get blocked real quick. And it's also in Beachbody's policies and procedures to disengage from us poor little negative peasants who obviously have nothing good to say about Beachbody. So if you continue to send us that stuff, it's incredible. It's appreciated. We know you don't have to do it, but the fact you take the time to do it, we're very grateful, very thankful that y'all do that for us. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I think too, one of the important things is the team calls. That is one of the things that I want to the team calls are where a ton of the manipulation takes place.
Yep.
And they're so bad, but you don't realize how bad it is when you're in there. And
Yep.
so if you have team calls or whatever, those are the ones that you can see the mask comes off. To compare that to a recruiting call and what is coaching, and then here's my team call, they're night and day.
Yep.
And it's so fascinating.
Yep. So if you can send us any Zoom calls, we'd love it. I know some of y'all send up Zoom calls to us. It's the best. Sometimes I can't record them because I'm working or doing mostly just work. So sometimes I can't record them, but we appreciate it. And I know, again, you don't have to. We always protect your anonymity, and we're just really grateful. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's been an incredible SNARK session. Unfortunately, it was autumn. So, oh man, please, if you're in
I'm gonna watch that video before, because I just got way too mad. I just need to get my emotions out without on camera.
Cheryl, I've watched it 3 times and I still got really mad this time.
Yeah. And again, if you're watching this and you're pro Beachbody and you're thinking hey, they're just haters. They already don't like Beachbody, so they don't have good things to say. If you can, go listen to registered dietitians talk about nutrition. Go find someone that's an independent source. Do your own research. Come to your own conclusions. But it should be concerning that the coaches maybe that you're under are telling you who you can and cannot listen to, that the conversations aren't welcomed, that Beachbody's ideas and Beachbody's nutrition programs cannot stand up to scrutiny, because good nutrition programs and good physical fitness programs can. It makes you have questions. Do your own research. Find out for yourself.
Critical thinking skills.
Yeah. And again, we love to have a good, civil and respectful conversation. If you disagree, we'd love to talk to you. Feel free to talk in the comments or in our DMs. Again, as long as it's civil and respectful, we try to extend the same courtesy to you as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Any closing thoughts? Are y'all good?
Good.
We just got to figure out what we're going to snark on next.
Yeah. Yeah, if y'all have any ideas, leave us a note in the comments or send us a DM. Hope you enjoy a delicious dinner or a delicious snack or something non-Beachbody compliant. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go eat dinner now too, and I'll go ahead and run the outro, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye.